I guess let's look at the Power Clean. It's a movement that I don't utilize within our athletics program. I will go over it with an athlete if I know that their coach is going to make them do it whenever they go back to school, simply because I want to make sure that they do it properly and set themselves up for success, not set themselves up for injury. Normally, the way I see this done, especially in high school weight rooms, is for lack of a better way of putting it, grip it and rip it off the floor and then catch it here in the front rack, or what they're calling the front rack. And that is going to look somewhat like this. What you see, especially as somebody tries to move heavier and heavier weight with this, number one, when they grip it and rip it off the floor, as this gets heavier, it starts to outweigh them more and more, and it pulls them into a bad position, putting all that weight in the lower back. So if their back is the first thing that's put under stress, if their back happens to survive it there, when they catch it up here in this quote-unquote front rack, my earpiece is being thrown around with this one, so I have to keep putting it in my ear. If their back survives the bottom position, when they catch here, it's now put under extra stress because we're overextending at the top. So the back's put in stress twice, or in compromised position and overstressed twice. Then you start looking at, as this weight gets heavier, we start dealing with more and more problems in the wrist because of catching here, trying to support that on that wrist. If it goes hard. What we should be looking at is you use the legs for this movement. From the floor to the knees is all about position. You're not trying to move fast yet. You're just trying to pull into a good position. From here, we speed up, start jumping that bar up, and I do mean jump. When we jump, the hips are going to extend, popping that bar up, and not like popping that bar up, but jumping that bar up. The arms do as little as possible other than guiding the bar into position, and then we catch across this nice little groove here in the shoulder. The guy that taught me, the coach that taught me, even would have us letting go of the bar and catching it across that groove. It's been a long time since I've done clean, so I'm definitely not doing that with 135 today. But in real time, what this should look like if you're going to do them for a purpose, do them right. We have that hip extension, which explodes the bar up. The arms are just guiding it, and then we're catching safely in this front rack position. You're under very little stress that you can't handle, especially in that lower back, and you actually get something out of it. Power clean. If you're going to do it right.